You wrote this: the apparent spark for the worst anti-Semitic massacre in American history was a racist hoax inflamed by a U.S. president seeking to help his party win a midterm election. There is no political gesture, no public statement, and no alteration in rhetoric or behavior that will change this fact. What do you mean by that?
I mean that this is written in stone. These people are gone. These people were killed because a crazy man believed what the president was saying, that there was an invasion at our southern border, from thousands of people who are weeks away, who will probably, the caravan will probably be much smaller by the time it gets here, if it gets here. And those people will either have an asylum claim and they'll be able to stay, or they won't, and they'll be turned away. There is no national emergency. The president invented a national emergency in order to scare his base to the polls. And the result was that a crazy person or a person who was unstable or an ideologue took him seriously and decided to take matters into his own hands. You heard what Steve said. He said, screw your optics, I'm going in. Highest brings in invaders that kill our people. You know, the gunman didn't like the president. He didn't think Trump was Trumpy enough. Right. But he certainly took his rhetoric on the caravan seriously. And now we see what the consequences are.
I think is unique right now is the degree to which Trump has not only created this big lie about the caravan that has inspired mass murder, but also, is now shifting the resources of government to kind of instantiate his lie. Something that Hannah Arendt wrote in The Origins of Totalitarianism is that, totalitarian governments won't simply say that unemployment has been eliminated. They'll get rid of unemployment benefits to kind of make that manifest. And you see that with him sending the United States Army against a non-existent threat. I mean, that is so shocking, even though we've lost the capacity to be shocked.
You send the army to kill the enemy. That's what the army does. The army kills the enemy. So when you send 8,000 troops to the border to stop thousands of people who actually won't even be there for weeks, what you're saying is these people are the enemy, and we may need to kill them. I mean, it's a gesture of, and Fox was practically goading the Homeland Security Secretary to say that they'd shoot. She said, well, we don't have any plans to do that right now. But the degree to which this thing, which is a non-emergency, has been inflamed into a national security crisis is truly frightening. And the degree to which people simply do not want to hear that it's not a crisis. What they want to do is they want to be afraid so that the next thing that they do as a result of being afraid, they can justify to themselves. Say these things, and you deliberately inflame people to scare them, to frighten them, you bear a degree of responsibility for what they do as a result.